Hello everybody and welcome to a very exciting update to Marvel Heroes. This particular one being what seems to be a rather piddly choice of 2.42. I personally think that it should have been a new 2.5, but that's just me. This is a rather enormous update that really gets in motion a lot of back-end things that started off quite a while ago, way back in 2.3. I know it feels like so long ago, right? But the big thing this week is actually what is being called the Big Ten Weekend. And essentially what Gazillion did is took the fan-voted 10 most favorite events of all, since it's been 10 months now that Marvel Heroes has been released, and is now doing all 10 at once. It's completely insane, but so awesome. So essentially, what we've got are Don't Fear the Reaper, which is the live tuning of the various locations, terminals, X Defense, Midtown, HoloSim, that stuff. I'm gonna post the schedule on there. It is on the forums from the official announcement and all that, but I'll still put it up as well. The Luck of the Draw, which was the Gambit themed buy one get one hero and costumes, so very exciting there. Easter is continuing through the entire week with the egg hunt, the gift, and the Easter basket, as well as daily gifts. So the Easter basket, the major one that gave you a unique, again, is only on Saturday, so make sure you get it. By the same token, the More Cowbell, the King Cow crate, also will be coming on Saturday. So that'll be April 26th of this year. So make certain that you log in at least on that day to get these awesome gifts. Okay? The other thing is the winter holidays that they did in December of 2013 are back, where every day you get a holiday present, and it can be cube shards, it can be eternity splinters. I think Odin marks were in there, bunch of random stuffs. Fortune favors you, where you get a free fortune card every day, starting again on Saturday, as well as a sale on fortune cards. The St. Patrick's Day pot of gold with the pot of gold of Cassidy Keep, as well as the rainbows and all that happy stuff from St. Patty's Day. The Australia Day is up, where we get the buffed pyro in both the terminal and the story, so that's very exciting. And also the holiday drops, so the koalas and the Australian flags and all those good things. Valentine's Day, the Cupid's arrows and the other drops from that particular holiday, so increase in, I believe it was Sif, if I'm not mistaken. Very exciting. And last but certainly not least, the Lunar New Year, where we get the red envelope daily gift, as well as the specific drops from that, so the lanterns from that one. And also, on top of that, there is a 50% bonus to XP, Sif, and Riff. That's server side, which is super awesome, and it goes all the way for a week until the next patch, which is awesome and amazing. Super cool. Okay? There's also going to be a play with the devs thing, where the developers will be online to answer questions and just play and do whatever else. In addition, we've got the Penta boosts back in the what's it called, in the store, where they weren't there for a very long time. So there they are, right down there, the featured item. We also have the pre-sale of the new team up pack, which I believe is actually 8 heroes this time. It's pretty insane. It's a lot of heroes. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get all of my cool free stuff, and then I'll talk a little bit more about what this patch did. So you see here we start off with the holiday gift box, and I got a chest of 3 Odin marks. Yay, gimme! Sweet. And the red envelope from the Lunar New Year, I got Lunar Lantern, meh. The Valentine's gift, what did I get? Sweet, cube shards. Nice! Get to get my fortune card. And the Egg Hunter from Easter. Awesome, more cube shards. I'm going to go ahead and get my awesome fortune card. So with that, I'll go ahead and start delving into the exact nature of this patch. And like I said, it is a fairly enormous patch. It's really big. Before I get started with that, though, there's a very important note to have. If you've got boosts of any sort, be they boons or just the regular like XP boosts or the bars or anything like that, if you are in a hub right after logging in, the timers are going to go down. All right, you can check the numbers and they're going to be going down. It happened to me too. So make certain that all you have to do is go to a different area. I started off in Avengers Tower. I came here to the Xavier School, and all is well and good. The timers aren't going down anymore. All right, so that being said, let's see what I got in my fortune card. Anything good? Sif Rush Bar. Me, I'll take it. I'm also very excited to say that after a very, very long time, I finally have enough Eternity Splinters to get the last of... you're the right guy, yeah. To get the last of the 600 Splinter Heroes. So I'm very excited to welcome our good friend Deadpool to my roster. Huzzah! Yeah, yeah! Awesome. Now I just need the pirate costume. I guess I could have tried a BOGO. Either way, very, very exciting. So, I'll go ahead and get started. This patch contains an enormous amount of both hero and item changes. And as part of that, one thing the developers did is they are giving us free retcon potions. It doesn't necessarily mean that you just get a free retcon, although they said that they were going to give us a code for it. But essentially what happens is if you use a retcon potion, it just won't go away. So if you've already got a retcon and you use it, nothing's going to happen to it. And that'll be for, I believe, a week. I'm not certain. Oh, here we go. To get the free retcon device, then you go ahead and you put in infinite retcon week, all one word, and each individual word capitalized within that, right? And then you'll get your retcon potion that you can use an infinite number of times if you want. So like I said, lots of hero changes, lots of item changes, and lots of mechanics changes, like just basic mechanics. Chief amongst which, something that many people are very excited about, is our good friend here, Black Widow. She finally got her level 52 review. And you can see here, this is the new powers. So her signature, the Twilight Cloaking Device, was originally her ultimate, and it's now her signature. We get to go and mess around with some builds and all that kind of stuff. I actually might just pop into the training room here just for fun, so I can just mess around a little bit. But she also got a new, what's it called, sort of resource, I guess, this Widowmaker resource, that I think only 2 of her powers actually use, but don't quote me on that. Either way, very exciting. Oh, I'm at the level 60s. Go away. I want these. Hiya. So very, very exciting. Good to see the 52 review being done. So that's always nice. Whee! Nice. Okay, enough playing around. Let's move on. So the other major character that got a design review... Falcon, stop shooting the dummies. You're just making a lot of noise. The other major character that got a relatively large review was Squirrel Girl. A lot of her passives were consolidated. They changed up a lot of her attacks, just made it generally better. Super, super awesome. Right? What is this? That's weird looking. Oh, it's a brood. Crazy. Sorry, I got distracted. Like I said, those are the 2 really major characters that got massive updates and massive changes. Other than that, everybody got some kind of change, regardless of who they are or what they are. One very exciting thing is we now have a new legendary item that we didn't have before. Let's see, I don't have Odin's Palace here. Let me hop on to Nightcrawler real quick. Mostly because I really like Nightcrawler. The newest legendary item is Savage Axe of Ares. For those who don't know, Ares is, like several other characters, not only a god of mythology, but also in the Marvel Universe as well. So he has a very, very nasty axe, and I'm actually seriously considering giving it to my Nightcrawler in lieu of Gungnir, because you get physical damage, crit rating, brutal damage rating, and brutal strike rating. And then an 8% chance to do 80,000 damage bleed with only an 8-second countdown. So not shabby at all. Alright, let's see what we got here. Where is it? Where's my Savage Axe? There it is. It's at the very bottom. So pretty awesome as far as legendaries go. Definitely great for the melee characters. Melee characters got a lot of love. in this particular patch, so it's very, very exciting. A large portion of the legendary items got
We
some
both
sort
want what's best for
of
Cat Tasha,
fix
but
and
don't you
or
ever feel like you want to
upping
break
of
out from
some
under his
sort,
shadow?
just whatever it happens to be. A lot of the powers, like I said, did a lot of really nice changes. A lot of powers got a new, are now tagged
Oh,
officially
well,
as
this
melee
scene will have some
powers. So
twists.
for example, Flash and Grab used to not be a melee power, but now it is. So you can have a much wider berth of items and abilities that allow you to work with these. Also, since I am on Nightcrawler, I don't use it myself personally, but the bomb attack, where did it go? It must be in the teleporter. See, I can't even remember where the teleporter attack is. There it is, Bamf Bomb, because he's a Bamf, I say. But this used to be Dive Bomb, and they actually changed the name because Squirrel Girl has the same thing. Either way, lots of powers now are melee that were not previously, and in addition, a lot of the characters had issues with the hybrid damage, where you have some energy, some mental, all that kind of stuff. As one example, I was playing Taskmaster quite a bit, and the arrows changed the damage type to make them, I guess, a little more appealing for certain items to make work. But Gazillion has done a large review of the items specific to the characters, so like uniques and things like that, that help out hybrid-based builds, because they can be very frustrating. There is not a lot that caters to them. So now there's going to be a lot more, which is very, very, very exciting. So that's with the items, as well as the powers changing some of the tags to make it easier to generate a hybrid character of some sort. Let's see, some other minor animation and changes like that. One of the other very, very major and very looked forward to aspects to this patch was the attribute review. I've opened it up several times, but let's focus on the character sheet here. So previously, the attributes were listed with the individual bars that you filled in as you increased in number. But now, instead, everything is just a raw value. There's no longer a cap on how high you can go. You can go as high as you want, and every single level gives you a benefit of some sort. It's awesome. So great, so great. On top of that, they made everything a lot more obvious in terms of what it does and how it works. They here I'm just reading off the patch notes by and large. They, for essentially speed, intelligence, and durability, all of them were a little bit meh as far as the capabilities it gave your character as to what they could do, and now it's a lot better, and it makes a lot more sense as well. And fighting, which I didn't think was too bad. Of course I didn't pay too much attention to it, but now it's less confusing and it actually does a lot better. So again, there is now infinite scaling. You no longer have a penalty for having a 1 in an attribute, which is very nice because previously there was a penalty to it. So just going straight down the line here, essentially durability now, you get, for every rank, it's really nicely laid out here in these tooltips. You get a total physical defense, total energy defense, maximum health, health regeneration, and stun duration reduction. Very, very simple. And that's every level of durability. So previously, we didn't have a lot of health regen. We had no stun duration thing. We had no raw health. Very, very, very nice. Very great. Right? Next, we'll go ahead and go with strength here. So strength actually is really nice because now they added in a mechanic where you can not only throw objects, but as you increase in strength, the thrown objects do more damage. I still personally never throw things. It's way easier to just go in and slice in my opinion at least, but you can do whatever you want. So with strength, we have physical damage, the thrown object damage, reduced spirit cost for physical powers, and then still, once you're at rank 4, you can pick up and throw cars and things like that. So this is really nice for Nightcrawler with the physical damage, because a lot of his powers are physical, and it is nice to have even a minor reduction in the cost there. So that's good. Fighting is now just very, very clear, very straightforward. Damage for all powers. No caveats. There are no longer powers that are tagged as specifically fighting powers. It's just fighting. Nothing else. And for every rank, you get 3% additional damage for all powers, regardless of the source, regardless of the type, regardless of everything. Right? You also get brutal strike rating and brutal damage rating, which is very nice. Speed. Speed was at, in my opinion, a fairly decent place, but they upped it even more, and again, it's nice now because you can go infinite with it. You've got movement speed, attack speed, movement power damage, which I don't think many people really utilize as a damage, but it's still there. Spirit cost reduction for the movement powers, which is nice because those are used to at least get around. Dodge rating, which is always good, and tenacity. So the tenacity is relatively minor. It's only 0.25 tenacity rating per level of speed, but still, I mean, anything is welcome, right? And again, a lot more clear as far as what you get, because it's clearly for every single level you get this. It's not at this particular level you start getting diminishing returns. At this level you're actually bad and all that kind of stuff. All of that's gone. Very nice. Energy. Energy damage, mental damage, reduced spirit cost for energy and mental respectively. Easy peasy. Great for, well, everybody, obviously. Anybody who uses any types of those powers. So off the top of my head, I played a lot of Iron Man relatively recently. Iron Man loves the new energy. Intelligence. So intelligence was a bit interesting because it had a very, very close personal relationship with experience. As you had higher intelligence, you got more experience, and they still have that, which is great. Again, we've got the mental damage rating, which makes sense. You're smarter, so you do more damage with your brain. Critical rating, which is great, very exciting, although it's minor. It's 0.5 crit rating per level. Crit damage rating, additional spirit, which is really, really nice. Experience gained is 1% additional per level. So previously it was essentially 5% per level of intelligence, or potentially 10% per level of intelligence for a little bit. Now it's just straight up 1% experience per level of intelligence. And you also have summoned ally damage. I don't really know why that's in intelligence. I personally don't really see a reason for that much at all, but I'm not a designer, obviously, so I really can't say much. One important note as far as the intelligence is concerned is the very famous Mole Man medallion, which now, in addition to giving you additional intelligence, also just straight up gives you more experience, which is great. Incidentally, that's one of the major things with the item review that I'll get to in a little bit. But that's it as far as the attributes. Again, they all got a massive rework, which was very exciting. The other major item change that happened, let me think, who do I have one on? I think I still have one on Taskmaster. The Seer's Brilliance, Rune Word. Let's see, it is still here. So the Seer's Brilliance gets a buff to experience points per enemy defeat, which is very nice, obviously, to have. So that's exciting. And that's pretty much it as far as the actual attributes, but it's very exciting. Poor Taskmaster, I only have 1 energy. That's just depressing. Jeez. Alright, next, Medallions. Essentially 17 medallions got buffed in some form or another. Either adding new affixes or increasing the affixes that were already there. So very, very exciting with that. You guys can check out all this in the patch notes. I'm not going to go in depth into every single one. I already showed you the Mole Man for purposes of leveling, but essentially a lot of the medallions got buffed. Artifacts, same thing. A lot of the artifacts were not really being utilized very much, and Gaz realized this, so they buffed a bunch of artifacts. So now hopefully they'll be able to see more use, simply because they simply because it will help the community as a whole to have more options. I mean, I think the only one that actually got nerfed was the shrinking serum, and if you ask me, I think it's definitely reasonable, because the shrinking serum was certainly pretty crazy. Ooh, there's a boon thing going on here. Let's see here. I gotta get onto normal. Very exciting. Boon parties are always great. Um, Sorry, I'll be right back. So the artifacts was the other big thing. In addition to that, we got unique items that also got reworked substantially, be it because they were just sort of outdated, unused, anything like that, whatever it happened to be. It's just they work much better now. Oh, see, I haven't even been to the kitchen here. In addition, the unique items are still being reviewed. All of the heroes who are getting the level 52 reviews, along with that, also are getting a review to their unique items as well, which is very, very exciting. New unique items, old ones being fixed, all that kind of stuff. Wow, this is a huge boon party, and that is awesome. Really, really good overall as far as that's concerned. Very exciting. The patch notes are actually 2 pages, so that is great and wonderful, if I must say myself, which I do. One other thing is the costume course, actually, which is really, really nice. Oh, really? Oh, I missed it. Fail. Oh, 10 seconds. Sweet. So the costume cores, I don't have one on Taskmaster here, but costume cores now, instead of simply just being, look, random costume core that have no affixes, from now on, all costume cores that drop will get some affix. Every single one. You will never have a costume core that is empty other than the special item find or whatever it is. Let's give people rarity boosts here.
Channel that energy into not being a fool.
And so that's one of the things with the costume cores. In addition, a decent number of new core affixes were added. So now they've got things like you can get the credit find and a couple others I don't remember off the top of my head. Area attack defense, melee damage rating, just a bunch of random stuff of various sorts. So very cool. Yay, it turned into a chess party too. That's good. I'm gonna go ahead and stick mine out too. Because I'm cool like that. Did I actually make mine work? Yay! Gimme, gimme, gimme. So the costume cores, and I'm sorry about all the interruptions, by the way. I'm just very excited to be part of a boon party. My boons were getting low. I had barely a week left. So the life leech cores have now been revamped. Previously, we had the cores removed from the loot tables, so they weren't dropping it all anymore. Became extremely valuable, I might add. But now instead they are life on hit. So in other words, they're acting kind of like the Relic of Lumeria, where whenever you hit something, regardless of the type of attack or where it is or what it is or anything like that, you'll always get some amount of life back. And I believe the maximum is you can get 400, it looks like. So 400 life on hit, which is not too shabby, especially if you're talking about, you know, the quick attacking heroes here. So really, really cool, very exciting with that. In addition, the 25-25 regen cores, where you got 25% of your health and spirit when you used a med kit, are essentially now just a flat 3,000 health and 100 spirit. So it's the explanation that Gazillion gave was because at the time they were released, it was before the enemy and hero damages changed, and this was just to balance it out with those changes that happened a while ago. I don't remember exactly when, but at some point, essentially. So that was very exciting. We got the Boon Party done there. Very, very cool. And actually, one thing that I can go ahead and show off now with the costume cores is since Beast is here as part of the what's it called, the Easter celebration. Still, he's hanging around. I actually don't know where he is in this particular hub. I never really go to Odin's Palace. I hang out at all the other hubs because that's where all the cool people are. But he can actually help us out with the costume cores. And since I'm over here, I'll go ahead and look at my stash and show you guys some of the costume cores, see if there's if I got anything cool. Not really. I don't think the costume cores really changed, the ones that you already had. But for example, now the special item find is also 25%. It used to be 20%, so now that increased, which is very, very nice. And let me see if I've got an example of the one where you get. There we go. So here we go. Regain 25% of your health up to 3,000, and just a flat 100 spirit when you use a med kit. That's the new affix that replaced the other one that we had. And so I'm still looking for Beast. I might just head back to what's it called? You know, the other one.
Get over here.
The Avengers Tower or the Xavier School. There, that'll work. Yay! Deadpool. Oh, Deadpool, I'm so excited. Alright. Moving right along.
You've got a loser's attitude, Hawkeye.
So, let's see, here we go. Random costume core for the rather steep price of 10 mysterious eggs and 5 shiny mysterious eggs. So the mysterious eggs are the regular eggs that drop, and the shiny are the purple ones, the rare drops. So that's pretty steep. I don't really like that very much. I'm just gonna save my stuff for all the cool uniques that we can get. One of the other major item changes that I'll talk about very briefly is to relics, because many relics were really not being used because frankly they were pretty terrible. So there was no reason to use them. Everybody stuck with Lumeria, Xander, the Asgard, you know, all of those good ones. And what was the other one? Atlantis. So the relics pretty much all got some kind of a boost, which is very, very exciting. And now, again, just like with all the basically stuff with the artifacts and the uniques, is the essential goal for this is to make these things used or get used by players, because right now they're really not utilized, and the devs obviously want people to use all the items that they can. So that's pretty exciting. One of the other things, they did some minor changes to the slot items, and the uniques also have better rolls now, which is cool. Incidentally, one thing I forgot for the costume cores is now the drop rate is up by 40% in every zone, so that's 40%. Pretty awesome, really great, very exciting. Again, the attributes changed here. There's bug fixes, little stuff like that. Not really a whole lot of other issues. The only other major thing is the powers pass. Every single character had at least a minor look at their powers, how they work, how they're balanced, all of that kind of stuff. And as a result, pretty much every single character got some kind of a boost. Okay? The vast majority of these are essentially just due to increasing the capabilities of specific powers. Some of them were decreased, but not very many, and the overall effect of every single examination was that each character was upped. Obviously, Black Widow and Squirrel Girl had their major, or fairly major in the case of Squirrel Girl, reworks, so they weren't really part of it, but everybody had anywhere from like the low 20s upwards of 100% increase in overall damage. So nothing that you can really complain about, but still very, 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 very awesome and exciting and terrific. The other major power thing is with the ultimate powers. One thing that many people have been griping about for a very long time, and with very good reason, if I say so myself. In this particular case, whoa, what is this? Go away. I don't know you. Scary. Oh, congratulations on... Oh, that's cool. Defeating Loki. That's neat. I've actually never seen that. I guess that's a little pathetic that I haven't seen that. Alright. So Cable is famously one of the heroes that has had a lot of trouble with his body slider bomb. And now essentially the damage, the stun, have both been massively increased. Alright? Massive hundreds of thousands of damage, which is very, very awesome. Very nice. It's still just a one hit, but let me see here. The damage was increased by 410%, particularly for this one. Every single ultimate power, again, was looked at in some point, in some way or another, as well as each individual so-called regular power. So every single character's damage is increased, which is very, very good. I know I keep saying everything is very good and very exciting. I apologize for that. But it's very good and very exciting. Ah! Cool. Okay. In addition, we got some announcements of all of the upcoming stuff. We're still waiting on the raids. We're waiting on the trading system. Sue Storm, Invisible Woman, should be coming in next week, which is very, very exciting. They're doing some alpha testing for both raid zones and for the Mac client, both of which should theoretically be in beta relatively soon, or at least hopefully will be. Just all sorts of relatively random things. New recipes for the rune words. Just a bunch of random stuff. That's all coming up. Most of it's been announced previously, but the Stark Tech stuff is still coming, but apparently being a bit slowed down. Lots and lots and lots of cool stuff. There's a new one-shot story chapter that'll be coming relatively soon as well, which is really nice. And overall, just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful patch. Very, very good bonuses, very good buffs, very good just in general. So, oh, look at that. We can get the last chance hero pack for Invisible Woman, which is very cool. Buy a costume, get a costume, get your cosmic pentaboosts, get all of your shinies. All of them. All of them. And just sort of as closing here, I'm going to go ahead and see what heroes I can afford here. I'm sure I can afford at least one. Who do I really want, though? I think Rocket Raccoon is just adorable. I have a feeling they're going to do a Guardians of the Galaxy thing with him, though. I just want to see if I get lucky and manage to snag two that I don't have. I kind of want Colossus. Oh, it's a tough choice. I gotta go with Punisher, though, because Punisher is awesome. One of the great things that the developers did with a lot of the changes from the hybrid type items or powers, or rather into the hybrid type powers, is they added a lot of really cool flavor text. And for Punisher, they actually mentioned that now he retuned his formula for the flamethrower, so now it's a different damage type than it was before. It's really cool, random little stuff like that that I really personally appreciate. Not that anybody cares too much about what I care about. So, give me Punisher. Yay, Punisher. All right. Let's see what my BOGO is. Storm! That's not bad. Storm's really cool. I like Storm. In fact, let me just go ahead and slap on the ultimate token while I'm thinking about it. Actually, it already did it for me. Huzzah! Okay, I'd call that a win. Storm is pretty awesome and can... Oh, no, I don't want to report people. I especially don't want to report myself. Jeez, computer. That's weird. It won't let me leave the group. Oh well. Anyway, I'm sorry. I randomly rambling a lot more. Either way, like I said, very exciting patch. Very good stuff. Make sure you go and play. Make absolutely certain that you play at least on Saturday to get those awesome boosts or awesome items from the Big Ten weekend. Play through. Get those uniques. have fun. Make sure that you test out some of the new power changes. Specifically, test out Black Widow. Leave your feedback if you want. And overall, just have a wonderful, wonderful time. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.